Shalom. So today we're gonna look at the word seasons, right? We're gonna go to Genesis chapter 1 and verse 14. It says, "And God said, Let there be lights in the firmament of the heaven to divide the day from the night, and let them be for signs and for seasons, mawaid or mawaid," right? It says, "and for days and years. And let them be for lights in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth. And it was so. And God made two great lights, the greater light to rule the day, and the lesser light to rule the night. He made the stars also." Now, a lot of people read this and start to perceive that the sun, the moon, and the stars were created on the fourth day, right? So when he says the greater light to rule the day, but you're reading up top when it says the evening and the morning were the first day. So what ruled that day? Was it a different light when he said let there be light in verse 3? Right? So what you see happening here is the calendrical cycle was started for man that was to be created the following day. Right? So the function of these lights were to give service unto man. That was the charge to serve us. Right? Now verse 17. It says, "And God set them," talking about the lights, "in the firmament of the heaven to give light upon the earth, and to rule over the day and over the night, and to divide the light from the darkness. And God saw that it was good." Same thing that you read in verse 5. He divided the light from the darkness. Verse 4. Right? So it says in verse 19, "And the evening and the morning were the fourth day." Now let's look at this, and we're going to deal with the Roman calendar, right? Because this belief that the sun, the moon, and the stars were created the fourth day is only convenient to Saturday sabbathers, meaning people who follow the Roman calendar, right? No, when you're dealing with the days of the week and the days of the month, right? These are two separate things. The days of the week go to the Most High, meaning they are fixed, they cannot be changed. The days of the months is for us, right? And we need to understand that. So we're going to look at May 2022. As you can see, the ending of May, the last day, the 31st, as you see, it's written in red because there is no such thing as a 31 day. However, for the Roman calendar, the 31st of May would end on the Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, right? Now, if it ends there on a Tuesday, what you will see happen is Wednesday would be the beginning of June, right? Now let's go to the scriptures to see what takes place at the beginning of each month. Let's go with me to the book of Numbers, chapter 28. Numbers 28 and verse 11. It says, "And in the beginning of your months," in the beginning of your months, meaning for the Roman calendar people, the 1st of January, the 1st of February, the 1st of March, and so forth, right? "In the beginning of your months ye shall offer a burnt offering unto the Lord, 2 young bullocks and 1 ram, 7 lambs of the first year without a spot." Now, when you're dealing with this, who does this offering? The priest, right? What day were they commanded to do this? Because you don't do this on your work day, and we understand that Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday would be the rest day, right? So you would have to do this on at the beginning of your month, and the beginning of your month it has to be a rest day. Let's go back to Genesis chapter 2 to see what day is the rest day. It says, "Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the hosts of them. And on the seventh day, God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the seventh day from all his work which he had made. So, what you're seeing is that the seventh day of the week is a rest day, right? Now, dealing with the beginning of your month, right? Since the beginning of your month is a day of rest, is the day that you should be in the temple to give your offerings and so forth, right? As you can see here, the 1st of May was on a Sunday, right? Now, where in the scriptures were you commanded to rest on the first day of the week? There's no scripture in the Bible that says rest on the first day. The scripture says the seventh day he rested. So if Saturday is your rest day, it has to be fixed, right? So your new moon has to be also where? On a Saturday, right? And you're going to see the confusion here because on Sunday would be a rest day for the Roman calendar people, right? And then you go to work the 30th of May, the 31st of May, and then 2 days after that, you do what? You're going to have a new moon again, so that the fourth day of the week now is becoming a rest day. That was not commanded by the Most High to rest on the fourth day of the week. Now, what you're going to see is when you get to here, right? June, the 1st of June. This has to be a rest day for you. If you're going by the Roman calendar, you have to stick with it, right? So the 1st of June should be a rest day, which is on a Wednesday. Again, this was not commanded by the Most High to rest on the fourth day of the week. After Wednesday, you're gonna work 2 days, Thursday and Friday, and again you're gonna have a rest because Saturday again is going to be your Sabbath, right? So we're in the scriptures where you commanded to rest on the fourth day of the week, work 2 days, and then have a Sabbath. Again, same thing here. May, the 1st of May, the beginning of your month, your Roman month, would be the first day of the week. When were you commanded to rest on the first day of the week? There's only one day for rest. When it's at the beginning of the month, it's called a new moon. For the rest of it, weekly, it's called Sabbath, right? So when you're dealing with weekly, you're dealing with a period of 7 days, meaning 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. That is weekly, right? That has to be completed. 7 days have to be completed for it to be weekly. How do you know this? Because on new moon day, let me go back to Sabbath. On a Sabbath day, you have the day before is called a preparation, meaning because you're gonna rest, you're not gonna cook and so forth. You get to prepare double portions. But on a new moon day, there's not a preparation day for new moon because you can cook on new moon. Also, that is telling you that there are two separate days. They both fall on the seventh day, Roman calendar Saturday, right? So Saturday, the beginning of your month would have to be on a Saturday, and your Sabbaths on Saturday, right? It's impossible to have a new moon in any of these work days because these are work days, total different category from a rest day, right? So this belief that Sabbath is every Saturday, it can only be convenient for the Roman calendar. Now look at this. If you go back to December 31st of 2021, remember, Roman calendar 365 days in a year. December ended around here, the Tuesday, right? The 1st of January, a new year, also falls in the same week. Now, if this would make the 365, because that's what they say, 365, right? Day in 2021. how could you start here again the fourth day of the week? That would not make any sense, because if it's the new year, it has to be, as we say, a new year, a new month, and a new week. This is not a new week. This is the fourth day of your week. It's impossible for something to be new in the middle. New has to be at the beginning, at the starting point, the cycle. This is not the starting point of your week. So there are so many flaws when you get to it, get to the Roman calendar and the scriptures together, because they don't coincide. They are not relatable, right? So these belief systems, they can only be convenient if you're following a Roman calendar. But once you're really getting into the scriptures, you'll see they have nothing to do with each other. One makes war against the other, right? So the Roman calendar makes war against the solar lunar calendar, and vice versa. They have no Latin part with each other. So when you're dealing with mawaid, right? That deals with your festivals, your appointments, your ceremonial appointments. So you were not appointed to rest on the first day of the week, the fourth day of the week, and so on. And a lot of them will try to push the day of atonement in this for justification. But the justification is not a weekly Sabbath. Every weekly Sabbath has what before it? Has a preparation day, and preparation day, as we know, is the sixth day of the week, right? So you cannot put the Day of Atonement, which is a one-time thing. It only happens once a year. Sabbath is weekly, meaning a period of 7 days. This is why even in new moons, we don't put new moons in weekly things, right? And if you watch the video regarding the Feast of Harvest, you will notice that even when you're counting the 7 Sabbaths, when the scripture says number 7 Sabbaths, you don't count the new moons in that. That's a whole different counting. You're counting a period of 7 days, right? So we have to understand the difference. But as the topic says, beliefs that are only convenient to Saturday Sabbathers, because you have to believe in the Roman calendar for you to believe in these beliefs. And these beliefs is impossible to cultivate into faith. It can only be a belief, right? And there's a difference between a belief and a faith. Shalom.